Welcome to solverfy.
Is to draw each of the following structures. So to draw these structures, I'm going to analyze each part of the name and determine what I need to actually draw. So for part A, we have cis-2-hexene. So what I know from this is that hexene is an alkene, meaning there's a double bond. And the 2 in front of that indicates that this is going to be a double bond off of this second carbon. And because it is hexene, I know that this is going to have a root chain of 6 carbons. And because it says cis, I know that my functional groups off of the double bond are going to be on the same side of the structure. So I'm going to draw my first carbon, and then my double bond is going to be off of the second carbon. And because this is a cis isomer, I know that my H's are going to be on the same side, and my functional groups are going to be on the same side as well. 2CH2, CH3. So just to double check, I do have an alkene. My double bond is off of the second carbon. My root chain is 6 carbons long, and my functional groups are on this same side of the isomer. For part B, this is trans-2-butene. Butene means it's going to be an alkene that has a root chain of 4 carbons. The double bond, just like in part A, is going to be off of the second carbon, and the functional groups are going to be on opposite sides of the isomer. There's my double bond on the second carbon. My functional groups are going to be on opposite sides. And that is the drawing of trans-2-butene. For the last one, the name looks a little bit longer, but when you break it down, it's just as simple as the other two. Pentene means I'm going to have a 5-carbon chain that contains 5 carbons. It is going to have a double bond off of the second carbon. Dichloro means there are going to be 2 chlorines bonded at the second and third positions, and my functional groups are going to be on the same side of the isomer. So we'll start with my first carbon. There's my double bond off of the second. And instead of hydrogens, this part lets us know that there's going to actually be a chlorine instead off of the second and third carbons. 2 CH3. So there you have it. This is the isomer for cis-2,3-dichloro-2-pentene.